And good morning, welcome to the program. Today at the races presented by Fidelity First. I'm your host, Stan Salter. Glad to be back here with my main man, odds maker and Equibase chart caller, Keith Fustel. It's good to be back. I was watching you and Ty and Kimber. You guys look great. I was out here last weekend as a spectator. You gave me some winners. Great to be back here. And I picked a great weekend to come back with the world's new richest horse race tomorrow down there at our sister track. I know we've been doing a lot of work up here helping promote that big race, the $12 million Pegasus World Cup down there at Gulfstream. We're looking forward to that and some great live racing with carryovers today.
Absolutely. Gates opening early. I think the Gulfstream first post 11:30. So get tied on. You got a lot of work to do. Great card at Gulfstream. I mean, real quick glance at it the other day. I mean, it's loaded. It looks like almost like a Breeders' Cup card or a Preakness card. You name it. I mean, really quality racing, top to bottom, culminating with the Pegasus.
And it could be a race that changes the whole complexion of horse racing. You have to think if we had a race like this, maybe American Pharoah doesn't retire at the end of his 3-year-old career. Maybe we keep some of those big-time Triple Crown winners going on to this race. There it is, the $12 million Pegasus World Cup. Now, you come out here to Laurel Park tomorrow, and you can win a trip for two to the 2018 Pegasus World Cup Invitational. So come on out here to Laurel Park this Saturday. We have some great live racing. Our gates will open early. We'll open up at 10:30 and anticipation for the big crowd out here for Pegasus World Cup Invitational. We have 10 live races here Saturday, and you can win a trip for two, a VIP trip. No, there's no regular trip there, Keith. This is going to be a VIP trip for two to next year's Pegasus World Cup. So a great weekend of racing here at Laurel and down there at Gulfstream, and lots of other good stuff going on here as well. A week from this Sunday, we're going to have a big party out here as the big game down there in Texas, the New England Patriots against the Atlanta Falcons. Come on out here and watch the big game, score a touchdown. We'll have live racing for the big day, and then Jailbreak Brewing Company right down the road. They're going to be out here with some cool specials for the big game here at Laurel Park.
Any thoughts on the game? Are you pulling for either team, or can Atlanta pull a slight upset over the Patriots?
Matty Ice is due, and they're playing in their environment. Atlanta, of course, they play in a dome down there in Atlanta. They're in a dome down there in Houston. So I'm a Ravens fan, so we have to root against Tom Brady, right?
I agree. I've got some family down in the Atlanta area. Yeah, be nice to see a little change in pace here, get the Patriots out of there.
Give his wife Giselle something to complain about again. So go Falcons. There it is, third Saturday of May, the 142nd Preakness Stakes. Mark your calendars now. Saturday, May 20th, up there at Old Hilltop, Pimlico Racecourse, second oldest track in the country. You can get your tickets today. There's the number, 877-206-8042, or just go to Preakness.com to get all the information about the third Saturday in May, second jewel of the Triple Crown, the 142nd Preakness Stakes. And don't forget the day before that, third Friday in May, of course, is the Black Eyed Susan with the Pimlico Special. It's the best 2 days of racing here in Maryland.
No doubt, no doubt. More and more people I'm seeing around the area have really taken a real liking to Black Eyed Susan Day, too.
Sure.
They go out. I know my wife and some of her friends, they've made it kind of their day, the Black Eyed Susan Day. So yeah, it's a great event. Both days are awesome. Like I say, I think our Turfside Terrace is second to none when it comes to facilities, a setup at any of the big racing events, any sporting event, that you can kind of compare. Football doesn't matter. Basketball, it is a great event both days. Take advantage of it. The price is really right when you really kind of go compare other sports as well.
Absolutely. Real quick, I didn't ask you, who do you like in the big race down there at Gulfstream tomorrow, the Pegasus? Of course, we have our 2014 Preakness champ, California Chrome, still going strong. Arrogant, a very nice 4-year-old who beat California Chrome in the Breeders' Cup Classic. There's some other nice horses in there as well. Who do you like in the big race?
I like Arrogant. I think he is the most talented horse. He may have a little issue here and there, seeing those layoffs. I was talking to Dave the other day about, you remember old Game Old 2? I mean, here's a horse Baffert just ran out time and time again. Some horses just can't handle it. I think Arrogant, I don't even know if he was at his best. Looking at him, I was out at the Breeders' Cup, called that chart, and watched him going to the gate. He didn't look like he was really, a little bit of sweat and stuff. It was a little bit of delay, but he was able to overcome that. California Chrome kind of had everything his way that day. The 1 1/8, I think, is an advantage. I know you've got the equalizer with the outside post with California Chrome, but I think if he breaks clean, he's going to get great position. He likes to stalk outside horses. Shaman Ghost is going to be my horse, kind of using in the second and third holes to try to get some value and shake things up.
Again, we'll open at 10:30 tomorrow, Saturday, for the big day. First race at Gulfstream is 11:30, and they have some big guarantee pulls down there. Their 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts race 7 at Gulfstream tomorrow. That's guaranteed at $300,000. The late Pick 5 starts race 8. That's guaranteed at $500,000. And the late Pick 4 tomorrow down there at Gulfstream for the Pegasus World Cup, $1 million guarantee on that late Pick 4 at Gulfstream tomorrow. Speaking of carryovers, check out our card right here today. No Super High Five in race 1. The rolling Super High Five will start in the second, a little over $400 in that carryover. Big carryover of the day will start in race 4. The 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6, just a skosh shy of $6,800 for today's Pick 6 carryover. And then the late Pick 5, this is going to be a live pull. I think a lot of people are going to jump in here. Of course, the late Pick 5 and the early Pick 5. Industry low 12% takeout, and a little over $4,200 in that late Pick 5 today.
Yeah, looking good. I mean, dive in. Tough card the whole weekend. Yeah, you know, our fields aren't the largest we've seen over the last couple of weeks, but they're going to be chock full of some value, some tough race to really navigate through the entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's a little breezy out here right now, but we'll have a fast main track. There's our track right now. A little breezy. What do you think of the wind? Is it going down the back stretch, or as far as the home stretch? We have a tailwind or a headwind? Well, I'm not sure right now. We'll have to. Dave Rodman's really good with that.
He's good with the weather. Yeah, let's check with him.
We'll have to check with him on that. But we'll have a fast track here today, sunny and breezy today here in Laurel, Maryland. First race post time for our 9-race card is 12:30, and I believe we have an update here on our leading jockeys and trainers. Let's take a look here for as we get into the last weekend of January. Pegasus World Cup weekend. Trevor McCarthy, your leading jockey right now with 12 wins. How about the veteran Horacio Caramanos? He had a 4-bagger here last Saturday, of course, had the big win on Paige McKinney coming off the layoff. Yeah. What a training job Mary Epler has done with Paige McKinney. Caramanos gave that horse a perfect ride. So Caramanos with 11 winners. Javion Toledo with 10. Steve Cowboy Hamilton, he's come back with a vengeance. 6 wins. He's top 4 riders right now after coming off a 10-year layoff. And then Victor Carrasco, Fergal Lynch, Julian Pimentel with 5. Tough jockey colony here this winter.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good run to the finish. Trevor, I mean, you're going to have to go through him in the way it looks right now. He's riding very, very well. He's one of these riders. He's true race in, race out. I mean, he's just all the way. He gives everything. He gets up for second, gets up for third, whatever he needs. You know, an owner has got to love a rider like that. But that's nothing to take away from the rest of the column.
Sure.
We've got very capable riders all the way through top to bottom. We've got some young apprentice riders showing a little bit of talent coming on. So I think if you're a trainer, you got horses running here, you're happy with what you've got to choose from. Yeah.
Claudio Gonzalez, he's your leading trainer right now with 5 wins. And then you have old Calvary Charge tied with 4. Cal Lynch, Mary Epler, Ferris Allen, Scott Lake, Ollie Figgins, and David Jacobson. So 7 trainers tightly bunched there atop the trainer standings here at Laurel Park. All right, let's get right to it. We have a packed show, lots of good replays to show you today. We have tickets for all the carryovers. Let's take a look here. Race 1 kicks it off, 5.5 furlongs for straight 3-year-olds claiming 11,000. And I was trying to beat the favorite here, Keith. I was going to go with the 1 Lights On, 5-1 on top of that. Horse is scratched, so a 6-horse field in the opener, no Super High Five. So I end up on the favorite, the 2, 1 step closer with the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, aboard for trainer Hugh McMahon. There's my early pick 5. I'll go 4 deep in the opener, 2, 4, 5, 7, then going 3 deep. 2 deep, 3 deep, and I'm going to key on a 6-1 shot here in race 5, the 2, Vision of Green. Katie Davis aboard for trainer Damon Dilladovico. Nice 6-1 key horse there in race 5 to cap off my early pick 5. Very affordable $36 play. Both the pick 5s here at Laurel Park with that low 12% takeout. It's a mandatory payout here on this early pick 5. So let's take a look here at race 1. The 2, 1 step closer. Is going to have the inside draw now with the scratch of the 1. Hugh McMahon with 2 wins so far this year gets the leading rider Trevor McCarthy aboard.
Yeah, he should take plenty of play. A good effort, 3 races back, pretty much close to this level. A 42 buyer just off the pace. Got the lead and couldn't hold off Big Slick. Actually, he's come back to run okay. Last time out, though, he really didn't have any excuse. A little trouble with the brake, then it sat right behind a duel. I expected a little bit better kick. I'm going to go with the 4 Determination for Phil Schoenthal. Comes out of a key race. 4th and 5th place finishers came back to run well out of that Gold Braid and CB Bodemeister race. Good little drop. This horse has some serious speed when you compare to the rest of this field. I think this horse might be on the engine with Jen Miller.
And you get 7 pounds off with the apprentice, Jen Miller. There was a sharp maiden win on the turf early December, and then now we're cutting back from that mile distance last out. So I respect the 4. I have the 4 in my top 3. Looks like we both like the 7. Full Quest dropping for Phil Schoenthal. Schoenthal with 2 in here gets Javion Toledo, one of our leading riders. I like the outside post here for the 7 Full Quest.
Yeah, he's had some interesting rides the last 2. He's shown speed, then he's kind of taken back. 2 races back was taken much further back than I would like to have seen. Last time he kind of got it in decent position around the turn and just had no kick. Maybe this little drop is going to wake him up. I like the higher price Schoenthal with the 4 Determination.
All right, 6 horse field to kick off the early pick 5. We both like the 5 Houseway a little bit there coming off the layoff for trainer Ollie Figgins. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. 3 pick 4s this afternoon. Starting races 2, 4, and 6. We'll have a little carryover in the rolling super high 5 here for race 2. $433 in that rolling super high 5 carryover in the second to start the early pick 4. So claiming 10,000. Never won 3 lifetime for 4-year-olds and upward, going 7 furlongs. And I'm going to go with the 4, 10 Hut. Brian Pedrosa aboard for trainer Gina Rosenthal. 2-time winner. One of those wins was at Laurel Park. That was 2 back. First off the claim. That was a nice win for 2 Life against 2 Life Company with Pedrosa aboard. A good second last out in this condition. I like the 4 here at 9-5. My top pick.
I agree. I like 10 Hut. I think the road's going to go through the favorites. 10 Hut or Hunting in the Holidays. Hunting in the Holidays, the 6 horse goes second time back off the reclaim for Jerry Brooks. Really faced a good horse last time. And TR Crew, that winner, was I think coming out of a maiden special weight win at in New York. So, and I think it run an 88 prior. So Hunting the Holidays, this is the right kind of drop. There's not a lot of speed. He may actually even get the jump on the 4, 10 Hut. But 10 Hut, a win against the bias 2 races back last time out, was just kind of also against the flow. The racetrack was playing a little bit speed favoring on January the 8th, and Great Provider took advantage of that, was able to pretty much wire the field. 10 Hut did a lot of chasing, was put to a drive early on, leaving the far turn, but was able to sustain. I like this horse back at the 7 furlong distance.
We both like the 4 on top. I'll have the 5 in there. They all come home. 9-2, Victor Carrasco aboard for the leading trainer, and that's kind of my angle. Leading trainer, the barn's going well. This isn't the toughest condition. This horse cutting back from the 1 mile races should be dead fit for the 7 furlongs. You get a top rider aboard. 0 for 6 at Laurel Park. I'm not crazy about that, but I like the price. You're getting 9-2 with the leading trainer.
Yeah, I think he'll settle in about that level. A little bit of a drop. He has absolutely no speed, Stan. That's my biggest fear, is that he's just not going to get the setup. Unless Joey Java and maybe Andy's Love go out there really ding-dong battling it, I don't know if there's going to be enough flow for they all come home. I like him underneath. If he gets there, he gets there. He's going to surprise me if he wins it.
And you have a nice 8-1 shot there. Big brother, Bubba Forest Boy's back in attack today. She will be riding today, and she's on this 6-year-old for Billy Bourne. Won on this horse 3 back and an okay third at this level last time. You're getting some nice value there on the 3 at 8-1.
Yeah, not bad last time out. We'll be closer, I believe, than with that January the 8th race. Again, could not make up a lot of ground into that speed-favoring racetrack behind the Great Provider. 7 furlongs is going to be the key. I think this horse makes a move, was into the race, probably mid-turn. Whether he's going to be able to hang on late is going to be the question for him. All
right, let's turn the page here. Maiden's up for race 3. Maiden 3-year-old fillies claiming 16,000 going 7 furlongs. Let's take a look here. Video spotlight on Wazala, 7-2 from the Jason Egan barn. Very, very impressive debut with Julian Pimentel. Pimentel back aboard today, 7-2 on the 5 Wazala.
Yeah, Wazala really showed some nice speed in debut, on and off track. Unfortunately, ran into Chips Icluded, who was absolutely lights out that afternoon. But Wazala, well clear of the rest. Towards the inside part of the track, probably in about that 2 or 3 path turning for home. And what I like is really doesn't get discouraged. She keeps on willingly to the wire, about 6 or 7 lengths further back to the 3rd horse, leaving the 8th pole. Holds second by 4 over tack up. I think Wazala, we've got a scratch of Swizzle in here, was going to be the heavy favorite. Wazala can go ahead and dictate this race from start to finish.
And gets a fast track today, a couple nice maintenance maintenance works here at Laurel Park, where Egan trains since that debut. So I'm not going to go against the 5. Julian Pimentel having a nice start here to 2017. So we both like the 5 here at 7-2. I had the 8 in my top exacta, but the 8 Swizzle is scratched. So we have a 7-horse field here in race 3, and you like the 2 a little bit as well. Undaunted Spirit, Katie Davis. Katie Davis was aboard last time for Corrales, a good second at this level.
Yeah, Undaunted Spirit, the 2 and the 4. Our first candy come out of that January the 8th race behind Holiday Magician, who went wire to wire. Undaunted Spirit got the Lasix on, came out of a fairly key race in its debut, but once again, did the track hold that horse up a little bit better through the last 1/8 of a mile? I think Our First Candy gets a little bit more ground. That's kind of what she's been wanting. The 7 furlong should be well. But Wazala, top selection. Bred to go a little bit further, too. The Full Brother was a 2-time winner going long.
I'll throw the 7 in there in my top 3. 15-1, Malcolm Franklin aboard this Maryland bred for trainer Robin Graham. Didn't show too much speed in the debut. Had a nice rally, an okay rally to finish 3rd. Got some education from that spot. A little bit of a step up here to this level, and we could maybe see a little bit of an improvement here from the 7, Miss Piccadilly at 15-1.
All right.
All right, let's get a commercial break. When we come back, we'll start with the Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 4 today, almost $6,800 in that carryover. We'll start with that when we come back.
January 28th at Gulfstream Park, an icon takes flight. The world's richest thoroughbred horse race. 12 of the sport's finest horses. One race. $12 million on the line. Watch, wager, witness. Go to PegasusWorldCup.com for more.
Welcome back. Today at the race is presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, Keith Fustel here, and on a breezy Friday afternoon at Laurel Park, but the sun's coming out. We have a nice carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6. Starts right here in race 4. $6,791 in today's Pick 6. The 4th race also kicks off the 2nd Pick 4 of the day. No super high 5 here in race 4 as we have a couple scratches. Scratch the 6, Mac North, and the 7, Smart Dixie Joan. Here's my ticket, an affordable $48 play for today's Pick 6. I'll go 4 deep here in race 4 using the 1, 2, 5, 8, and then going 3 deep in the 5th, 2 deep there in race 6. My key horse, best bet of the day from the Kieran McGee barn, number 3, Heavenly Perfect with Jevion Toledo aboard in race 7. I'm going to key my whole day on the 3, Heavenly Perfect in race 7, going 2 deep there in the 8th and 5 deep there in the finale. So affordable $48 play. Rainbow Pick 6 starts right here in race 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 10,000. Never won 2, lifetime for 4-year-olds and upward. Let's take a look here. We have a video spotlight on the 8, Hickory Hill with Fergal Lynch aboard for trainer Mike Girales.
Yeah, let's go back to October the 21st. 3 races back and a starter optional for 25. Hickory Hill, the 4-horse that day. You see a stumble, almost a steady there out of the break, and the horse goes up, kind of wants to go up in between horses, but then has to steady again nearing the 5/8 pole, and then all of a sudden Talise says, we're going to get out of trouble. We're going to go wide. Let's go 4 or 5 wide. And this horse makes a good run up to contention, but unfortunately just isn't able to sustain. Had a long shot, Crimson Secret setting the pace there. Slick William also in this race is actually going to come back and outfinish him for 2nd. Hickory Hill made the lead, a short lead it looked like, but just could not quite sustain the last 1/8 of a mile. Has tried Charlestown last time out, didn't have a great trip that day, was kind of rated wide all the way around the turn, showed a little bit of late life at Charlestown. A drop in class, a little bit scary here. Mike Girales doesn't do this a whole lot. He's 1 for 6 over the last couple of years with this kind of drop allowance to claiming, but I think this horse is going to be perfectly positioned to the outside. A decent break and a stalk and pounce kind of move for the 8, Hickory Hill.
It is a big drop in class. You have to take note of that. The horse likes Laurel, 4 for 6 in the money here. I like the outside post with the top rider, Fergal Lynch aboard, so I respect the 8. I'll use that one in the exact. It looks like we have the same top 2, same top 4, just in a little different order here. I'll go with the 1, Slick William from the inside, Steve Hamilton aboard for Johnny Hart. So a good 2nd last out at this level. Yes, was the beaten favorite. Now that race was going 6 furlongs. This horse was in front, Turner for home. So maybe a big cutback, only a 1/16 of a mile, but that might be exactly what Slick William needs, going 5.5 furlongs here. Hamilton's going to have to navigate a trip from the inside, though.
just a little concerned if he's going to have to be used a little bit too much to hold position down inside. If anybody's going to be able to do it, it's going to be able to Trevor to navigate that. Yeah, you saw in that October 21st video, he did come back. It was dead game to come back and beat Hickory Hill. He settles down at the level off of a drop from a state-bred allowance race. Question mark horse in here for me is the 5, Accelerator for Cal Lynch, dropping again. Was off a long time, only sparingly raced 6 races as a 7-year-old. That figure for off the last race works, and he was on the dead rail against Locke. He was a red-hot horse for Trayman Damon DeVico. Showed a lot of speed in the past. He's going to have to get a little bit closer in here, but the number of the drop could put him in a winner's circle.
We'll have to call our Gulfstream Park team, see if they remember anything about that nice maiden special weight win from 2014.
Yeah, way back.
3 years ago. But a big drop today, solid connections, McCarthy, Cal Lynch, the 5, Accelerator, and then we both like the 2 a little bit here. Look Me in the Eye, Caramanos aboard at 4-1. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. A nice carryover today in the late pick 5, little over 4,200. Here's my late pick 5 ticket, a $50 right on the nose is my ticket. I'll go 5 deep here in race 5 using the 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, going with the 2 and the 8 there in race 6. Keying on the 3, Heavenly Perfect in race 7. 2 deep there in the feature, the 8th race, and 5 deep there in the last. So a $50 play for the late pick 5. This should be a very, very live pull here today with that nice carryover. We're going a flat mile, 4-year-olds and upward, never won 4 lifetime here for race 5. Let's take a look here at the 2, Vision of Green's last race, which was at Laurel Park here on January 16th. And there you'll see Vision of Green with the white blaze and the pink colors. Katie Davis was aboard this day for trainer Damon DeVico. She's given this horse an aggressive stretch ride. Left lead there, now switches to the right lead. The horse not steering exactly straight, but Davis giving the horse a good ride. And goes to the left stick here, and then the horse wants to duck out a little bit. She does a good job and gets the horse into the race. And right about here, this horse looks like the horse might get up to win. Just gets beat 3/4 of a length, though. That was the second time she was aboard. Katie Davis has a good agent, and she's doing well herself. Winner of the Glenelg Lax Brothers Annual Classic on New Year's Day here at Laurel Park. So she's holding her own here in a tough colony. Her agent, Joe Rocco, was one of the masters around here. So maybe Rocco gave her a little finesse tips with a stretch drive, and this is the 3rd time she'll be on the 2 Vision of Green, so maybe she's figured something out on this 5-year-old gelding from the DeVico barn. I love the price of 6-1.
Yeah, liked him last time, close to 8-1 that day. He had good position. He was down inside, and I was talking to Damon before the races today. I thought maybe if the horse stayed inside. He said now the horse kind of likes to drift and wander. Wanted to get that horse. He was fearful, might have bothered some horses trying to come up the inside and then starting to drift. So she took the right route. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get up. He kind of looked like Captain Red Can up in the press box after about 15 red cans, zigging and zagging all over the place.
You might have been zigging and zagging too. You had the horse at 8-1.
Yeah, I was leaning, trying to get the horse home. But yeah, I'm going to take a shot with him. Courtney Song is going to be your favorite. Just a negative. Ricky Silliman, 0 for 9 allowance to claimers the last 2 years. Clearly the horse to beat. Probably managed right. Was claimed back for 16. Get a win. With the purses and everything, probably the right move, but just that stat scared me. But Caramanos gets along well with this horse too. He knows how to ride this horse and rate this horse. He'll make a move from just off of it. It wouldn't surprise me to see Courtney Song on the lead.
You have a nice 4-1 shot on top. Forest Boyce aboard the King, Mongolian King there for trainer Tom Ionati. This horse in very good form since switching to the Ionati barn.
Yeah, this is not really a jump up in class. Last time out he was in a 2 and 6 months or 5 in life. Okay. This is a straight 4, and like Danny, my boy, red hot, a 76 buyer, was hampered by the kind of a slower track, 2 races backward speed. Really didn't do great on the 26. So I like this little confidence move back up in the claiming price. Yeah,
all right.
From just off of it, Mongolian King.
All right, nice race there in race 5 to kick off that late pick 5. Nice carryover today. I know you like the late pick 4 as well, and for all you premier players out there, if you hit the late pick 4 this weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you'll get 2,000 premier player points in your account. So jump on in there for the late pick 4. Starts in race 6, going a flat mile here for the 6th race. Maiden 10, Filly and Mares. There's Keith's late pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, not an easy sequence at all. We have a couple scratches maybe to help lower this ticket, the value, the cost, I should say, for the late pick 4. 6th race, I go 4, 6, and 8. Participate, I think, will be tough up on the lead. Mazzy Star, good race last time. Price shot with Rewarded Gypsy, the 6 horse for Trombetta. 3-4 in race 7. Yeah, Heavenly Perfect, if she shows up, Stan, like she did last time, it's over. But Mary, I fear the 4 dropping down in class. 8th race, a Mad Scramble. We're going to take everybody in there. And in the 9th, I think clearly the horse to beat is the 5 Champagne Time. Moves back to the right kind of level. This is where she fits, down and around 5, maybe 75. But going to throw in the 8 as well. Mad Mango for Mary Osaray.
All right, nice affordable $42 play there for Keith's late pick 4. Always the best played pick 4 of the day here. Let's see, about 5 minutes ago for the late pick 4. It's a maiden 10 filly mares going a mile. I had the 1 on top. The 1 was going to be the favorite, Tis Majesty. That filly is scratched. I'll go with the 8 Mazzy Star, perhaps named after the good alternative rock band from Santa Monica, California, from back in 1989. Javion Toledo hopped aboard the last 2 starts. Something went amiss there back in January, but this horse woke up. That 44-1 last out, came with a big run to finish second. Now stretches out to the mile distance today.
We used this horse in the mix last time on the show, Stan, believe it or not. If you box the selections, you had the exacta for like close to 500. So if anybody was watching, you can buy me a beer later for Mazzy Star. But no, I take a flyer here with the 6 Rewarded Gypsy. I think favoritism probably participate, who chased an honest pace last time, faded a little bit late. Stevie the Cat comes off of a freshening, it drops. It's always kind of scary for me. Horse should show some speed. I think Rewarded Gypsy, the blinkers go on. Trombetta, it doesn't have to move up much off of that last race, believe it or not, at Penn. Was a favorite in debut last time, was, run a little erratic, the lights at Penn into the first turn last time out, then was, hesitant to go through a seam, leaving the 3 ace pole. The blinkers go on. The mile suits. I'm going to take a shot with a price. You're going to get a price on the 6. Rewarded Gypsy, somewhere from mid-pack.
That's a nice price. I'll throw a 12-1 shot into the exacta, the 2. Better Wise Up, coming off a layoff, making a barn switch into Lynn Ashby's barn, who does a nice job. This horse has been training well in the mornings with a couple bullet works. You get a top rider aboard, Forest Boy. So the breeding's there.
Yes.
And great to see the Milton Higgins name showing up in the ownership. Long-time loyal owner and breeder around here in Maryland. He partners up with Tom Bowman. They bred this filly as well. So they like the filly. They gave her some time off. And, hey, the horse is training well in the morning.
I saw, talking to Dave Rodman this morning, his buddy Marty with the Party gave him a little tip. He's the workout guy down there, the guru in his mother's basement in Louisiana.
Right.
He likes kind of Better Wise Up. So, yeah, keep an eye on that horse.
I like it. 12-1. So it could be a blow-up race there in race 6 to kick off that late pick 4. Let's turn the page. Wide open claimers. Filly Mare is 4 and up. Open 75. You're going to have some tough horses in this race. 5.5 furlongs. We have a video on my best bet of the day. Let's take a look here. The 3 Heavenly Perfect, and this is hopefully what she's going to be doing today. In front, Turner for home with Holy Javion Toledo, and then she re-breaks and just gallops, wins by 5.5, posts a strong 75 buyer. She had to break from the 1 hole this day, didn't break too well, but then she got in front down the back stretch, and she just crushed this field back on January 8th, coming off about a couple-month layoff, so she's in good form, and if she breaks well this morning, she'll clear, she'll be in front, and top barn here, Kieran McGee with the leading rider. I'm not going to go against the favorite, the 3 Heavenly Perfect.
The only thing you question is, is holding her at the level. That's why Kieran wins races, but I mean, you run a 75, that's going to win you starters down the road. So hold it to level. Second, a big race off of a couple-month layoff. She is clearly the one to beat, and I don't think she even necessarily needs the lead. I think Out with Big Daddy is going to have some speed, and maybe to the outside, Blue Hen Madness, or she could just run them in the ground like she did last time. She got the lead, handled outside pressure, and then just went on with it from there. She clearly the one to beat. A big fig in last. Charm City, though, a drop off time. Turf to dirt, always a good angle for Mary Epler. She looks like, to me, the best late runner of the field to maybe run down if the speed does kind of get tangled up on the front of it. Heavenly Perfect going to be a short price. Probably going to be, I'd say maybe 7 to 5. I got the line a little too high at 9 to 5.
Well, all right. We both like the favorite there, the 3 in race 7. Let's turn the page. Feature of the day here. Nice allowance race. First level allowance for filly mares going 6 furlongs here. Let's take a look here. Video of the 2. Staff Sergeant Reckless from Hugh McMahon's barn. Javion Toledo aboard this 4-year-old filly, and Toledo was aboard last time. She comes 4 wide at the quarter pole in the slop. She's just going to grind out a gutsy game win. Gets up a neck over sharp horse there, Bohemian Bliss. Christmas Eve present here for the McMahon barn in Toledo. I'll go with her on top again today.
It's another. It's a tough race, and I do not have much splitting this entire field. I've got to take a little bit of a value in here. I think Staff Sergeant Reckless, she's in great form. Hugh doing a good job with her managing through conditions. Holiday Blues is in top form right now, was able to overcome a lot of trouble last time out. Tiz Emily and Jill really ran big off the layoff against the grain of the racetrack and just gave way late. Fortuitous will be my price play in here. 8-1, first off the claim for Sergio Perdana. So I like it. She's a 5-time winner, Stan. A bunch of these horses have only run one time, a couple 3-time winners in the race. But I think she's going to be always just stalking the pace. I like that 102 flat workout, 1 of 15. They feel they've maybe stole something in here, and she catches the right kind of field. This is a softer A other than Fortuitous is going to hold value. I think she'll stay in that 6 or 8-1 range.
And it's trainer Sergio Perdinas, he's been around here for a long time, only 2 wins last year, but he's always done a nice job with a small bunch of horses. Remember Chicago Bill won like a couple dozen races around here. So it's a crafty, good barn here, first off the claim. I overlooked the horse. It's a tough allowance race, but you'll get a nice price there on your top pick.
You've got speed with Tiz Emily and Jill. The Song is a value I think will be forward. Holiday Blue, Staff Sergeant Reckless might have a little bit more tactical speed. Maybe Staff Sergeant Reckless gets the jump, but I don't think Fortuitous has to be too far back. And just the way they're jumping her right into this spot, maybe she was hustled in. I do think she's got a legitimate chance in here. As does Included Check. We saw Jerry Brooks get off the snide the other day. She was taken further off the pace last time out and enhanced her chances, and I think she's going to run another big one right back.
All right, nice featured allowance race to kick off the late daily double. Let's knock out the last race here. Claiming 5,000 filly mares, never won 2, going a mile. I used to gallop the dam of My City, City Crossing. She loved galloping on the dirt at Pimlico, and My City finally gets to the dirt for the first time last out after trying the turf experiment, and she just whistled at Charlestown. Yes, it was a maiden nickel race at Charlestown, but a nice win. Dove Houghton, a good trainer. The horses had a little freshening since then. The horse is well spotted today. Nickel 2 Life going a mile. Jose Montano aboard. I'll go with the 1, My City at 8-1.
Yeah, I liked her. Earlier on her career back at Pimlico on the turf, she showed a little bit of late life and tried a little bit longer races on the grass. They really didn't work out, but then finally dropped to the bottom. He said, let's go. It was an easy win. You're ridden out to the wire. I guess the positive you can take off of that, the 40 Buyer's okay comparative to some of these. Was 8 lengths faster, than the 2 in Life fillies and mares in the next race for the nickel. So you take that as a positive right there, My City. Champagne Time is going to be the one for me. She was way too back December 18th, a little maybe too close to the pace on the December 30th try for 14,000. Aggressive move. Let's go right back to the nickel and get this condition done for Claudio. She'll settle. I think she just has the best sustainable run of this group.
And you get 7 pounds off with the apprentice Jomar Torres aboard for the leading trainer Claudio Gonzalez. So I'll use the 5 in my exacta. We're out of time here, but it's great to be back on you here. Some nice carryovers. I know you like the late pick 4 today. Best of luck. Premier players, jump on in there for that late pick 4. You get an extra 2,000 player points if you hit that late pick 4. Dave Rodman, our announcer, coming up with some scratches and changes a little bit. Best of luck today here at Laurel Park.
Good luck.